Тын-тын-тын. Так, вроде все. Вроде все робит. Так. Итак, мы остановились на комнате, где мы искали мамку. Точнее, не мамку, но мы читали тут послание.
I guess I'll just come back later. It's St. John, painted by Guido Rini. Painting of St. Mark from the collection of the Apostles by Guido Rini. Amber crystals.
Угу.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Rini. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust. A chest with the occult symbol representing air. St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio. St. Paul is the only saint to be presented twice in these paintings, contrary to the other apostles. How come? Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior. There are burnt papers in the chimney. There's a legible fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's
Ну, это мы уже
handwriting.
видели.
She
Это
says, "Must find a safer way to communicate."
мечника мы уже посмотрели.
Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be? Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
А вот что-то.
Dante's Paradise.
А, нет, это тоже
Raise your
было.
head and be reassured. For what comes up
Привет,
here in the mortal
Вахай.
world is
Здорово.
riper than there is.
При эфире 2 я соскучился.
А, я тоже по вам всем
При эфире
соскучился.
2 по стриму.
Я тоже по вам соскучился, ребят. Но надо было на даче быть.
Префире 2 и по тебе.
Я тоже тебя вспоминала, кстати.
6512 при и привет.
Привет, Серега. Блин, как я давно вас не видел. Такое ощущение, как будто вечность прошла. Серьезно. Так, и все-таки Марк. Вот что ему не нравится, я не могу понять.
Префире 2, а ты сегодня только соло-игры стримишь.
Угу,
Префире
да.
2?
Угу. Я просто смотрю, там Realm Royale Approximate, по-моему, стримит. Вот. И я думаю, что этот парнишка очень хороший, я не хочу ему аудиторию понижать. Пускай он сегодня оторвется по полной. Я его тогда захостить хотела, но что-то он ушел.
14, привет, как дела?
Здорово. Ну, так неплохо. Вот трамсятину повидали. Хорошо. Почему-то я не могу ничего выбрать.
Префире 2 это Шерлок Холмс.
Нет. Шерлок Холмс это немного другая история. Это
Префире
консул.
2, что ли?
Нет. Хотя это тоже, по-моему, викторианская эпоха, но больше барокко. У меня почему-то не хочет...
Префире 2 я ничего не понял, но было интересно.
Так, а надо вспомнить. Снимает отрицательные эффекты и слабость. Ага. А я не эрудит. Нет, я детектив. Я не могу. Короче, вот апостол Марк. И почему-то он не хочет изучать эту картину. А вот почему, я не понимаю. Потому что вот у меня... Марк даст долгожданный ответ. Марк даст долгожданный ответ. Ну чё, как тогда наугад, что ли?
Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness.
Префире 2,
Подожди.
пройди назад по сюжету.
У меня есть назад по сюжету. Там первый стрим был.
But that which beareth thorns and briars is rejected, and is nigh unto cursing, whose end is to be burned. Here's a message. There are some complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent. What's happening at your end? Do you need help? If tonight is not possible, let's see tomorrow evening, in the South Room, where we reviewed the situation. When Paul understood that only the axe counted, he
Он
went back on his
вернулся
tracks.
назад.
I await your confirmation to his left. In the company of the
Префире 2
pilgrims
может
who
иметь в
join you.
виду не этот Марк, о
Yeah.
котором ты
This
думаешь.
last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul.
Если Павел вернулся назад, может быть, это значит, что вот у нас будет вот эта картина, где еще раз Павел был изображен. Надо еще раз перечитать.
Road to Damascus by Caravaggio.
Вот, сейчас я еще раз...
Paul is the only saint to be presented twice in these paintings, contrary to the other apostles. How come?
Мгм. Ну, вот это я не могу использовать, потому что кря. Ну ладно. Черт его знает. Ну, давайте опять
Paul
заново.
and Silvanus and Timotheus unto the church of the Thessalonians, which is in God the Father and in the Lord Jesus Christ. Grace be unto you and
Но это
peace
точно не то.
from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ.
Дамаск. Что в Дамаске было? Жень, ты не знаешь? Кто в Дамаске жил? Ну вот, сейчас. Вот смотри, филиппийцы, евреи, ефесяне или фессалоникийцы. Опять евреи? Евреи же были.
Follow peace with all men and holiness.
Ну,
without
это
which
типа
no man
библейская
shall see
книга.
the Lord.
Ну да.
For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood.
Ну, это да.
При эфире 2 я историю хорошо учу и 1 в классику и
О, стоп!
я не допробовал, да я сможет пойму. При эфире 2, но это не точно.
Вот.
A message from mother in reply to me.
Я в шоке от этой игры. То есть,
But first I
как вот в первый раз у меня получилось просто наугад тыкнуть, и сейчас то же самое происходит. Я серьезно говорю, я не пользуюсь гайдами.
Как все сложно.
See you tomorrow evening. Stand ready. For now, let's cease all communication.
Я так понимаю, вот эта вот вообще комната, да, она рассчитана на эрудитов, а у меня детектив. Поэтому он не может какие-то вещи понять.
What did mother mean by I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare? I must go beyond the nightmare.
Ну, должен заглянуть за ночной кошмар. Была картина такая, ночной кошмар, очень прикольная.
Clearly she
При
must
эфире
be
2
trying
не
to do
бухай.
something useful, but what? The nightmare. Does that
Ночной кошмар есть такая картина. Я про нее писала. Это... Нет, это не место. А я могу нажать это предмет, если это картина? Это предмет, это образ.
probably has to do with an object or something? Granting that this is the case, where might it be found?
Блин, 10 очков. А подожди, у меня есть... Во,
It was a study. I'm practically sure of it.
это читачество.
Yes, it's the painting that was
Вот.
behind Mortimer's study. Well, let's see if Mortimer has anything to hide behind his painting.
Отлично.
Факсимилите, чувак.
Чуваш.
Mortimer's getting his guests together. I ought to join them so I don't look suspicious.
Ой, что ты... А, господи, ну ты бы мне сказал бы я это. Чё, я не могу встать, что ли?
Факсимилите, как дело, как съездил на дачу.
Нормально. Я мог найти переписку матушки и ее сообщника.
При эфире хай.
Нормально, Егорк, все хорошо. Я понял послание матушки, я нашел, я отказался. Развилок нет. Неплохо так уровень качнули, смотрите. Угу.
Лишь голем 14, это стрим так странно жмет картинку, или в игре линии вдали как-то мерцают.
Возможно, возможно. Надо сейчас будет посмотреть. Так, а что у нас еще есть? Бдительность, допрос. Блин, нам надо все-таки немного вкачать эрудиции. Надо немного вкачать, потому что без нее очень тяжело.
Флиш голем 14, привет, Егорка.
Ну, политика не знаю.
Факсы налетели, я буду дома через 3 часа дня.
О, это прикольно. Наконец ты возвращаешься. И мы можем играть? Так, а что у нас еще осталось? Оккультизм.
Факсы налети, так как я буду в Питере 2 часа дня.
Ладно, давайте еще чуть-чуть эрудиции качнем.
Факсы налети, привет, Флеш. Факсы налети, Флеш.
Это, наверное, все. Да, все. Хорошо. Так, и мы должны читать книги. Мы не забываем. Вот, эрудиция как раз. Этикет. Уклонение. Давайте вот так. А все, мы больше не можем.
Флиш голем 14, как корабль назовешь, так он и поплывет. Возможно, не стоило кота называть Рамси. Факсы налети, как там же.
Женька играет в Battlefield. Так. Нам не нужно привлекать к себе внимание. Надо спросить. Нас не пустят сейчас к боссу, так
Факсы
сказать.
налети, Женьку, привет.
Жень, тебе привет от Егорки. Тебе тоже привет, Егор.
Emily, I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis? About last night, I'm guessing.
Sadly, no. Even if I'd like to have, alas,
Факсы налети,
there are
как у
more
него
pressing
дела.
matters.
Да
I have news
нормально.
about your sister.
What have you
Отдыхает.
found out?
Look, I've started piecing together the events leading up to my mother's
Флиш голем
disappearance and your
14,
sister's.
Жека, привет.
Did my mother know about your secret?
Жень, привет
Yes,
тебе от
even though I
флеш-голема.
belong to the English chapter, her rank in the order gives her access to a good deal of personal information.
Must have been Emma I saw in my vision. I was given to understand that
И
my
вам
mother
привет.
and your sister bonded during their stay.
Не выдавать мат. Хм.
If mother's really killed her sister, I'd better find her by myself. They say they spent a lot of time together.
Факсы налети, что за
Got along
игрушка.
well.
Это консул.
Oh, really?
The
Do you
консул.
think your mother liked Duchess Hillsborough?
Of course she did. After all, she's your sister. Well, we'll find them, Emily. Trust me. Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I saw is true, she might want to take revenge.
Помните, у него было видение, где его матушка застрелила ее сестру-близнеца? Но в конце концов это наше видение, мы ничего не теряем.
Факсы налети, бомжарова. Тебе килл, если не можешь до киллки дойти. Флиш голем 14, а тут можно выбивать из людей правду. Как в карате.
Нет, тут как в карателе нельзя выбивать.
I'm sure you were involved somewhere along the line. That's right. Pretend you don't know. One piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back, or it'll cost trust you dearly.
Calm now, my friends. Let's calm down.
Тут наши
Everyone
друзья
seems
что-то
to be a little
влиятельные поспорили.
unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest.
But hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Peru.
And what has Mr. Peru done to once again provoke someone's anger?
We don't really know just yet.
I get the feeling it won't be long before it gets
Ну,
out.
вам не нужно объяснять, да, для тех, кто пришел, что здесь на острове как бы собраны все влиятельные люди того времени, то есть там президент Америки, да,
What?
Наполеон Бонапарт и все прочие.
Let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Peru works for, King
Лишь волем
Louis
14,
was
какие все они
guilty.
жуткие, таких ночью встретишь, брыкаться начнешь.
Особенно Дворецкого.
Monarchies are in danger. I have said it before.
Факсы налетели он, как насчет дня ностальгии? Поиграть в готику один вечер.
Может, лучше шутанчик какой-нибудь.
Let us calm down.
Don't pretend to be surprised. He got a fair trial. Ridiculous. Bastard. He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360. You
Серый
beheaded a king for one vote.
6512, фу, какая страшная бабушка.
Democracy.
What an obnoxious.
Это не бабушка, это мужик.
This political coup will have grave consequences.
Это Дворецкий, типа.
Gentlemen, please. Let us take a step back a
Факсы
moment.
налетели граждане.
Holiness. He was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
Факсы налетели граждане.
О,
If I remember rightly, what Mother told me one night, King Louis was secretly also part of the order.
Людовика обезглавили, а, соответственно, он же тоже в ордене был.
Факсы налетели за негражданство.
Это же
To
для
whom do I
ордена.
have the pleasure of speaking?
Louis Maras de Richer.
Are you related to Sarah de Richer?
Sarah is his mother, Duke. Gentlemen,
Лишь волем 14 есть старенький шутен-солдат Игра 2002
the
года.
first time history has
Солдат.
taken us
О,
by
это интересно.
surprise. Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond
Он в Стиме
appropriately
есть?
to this news.
Oh, rest assured, the response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce you as is proper, and you've beaten me to it. I'm delighted
Лишь
that
волем
we're all
14, да
together
он
at
есть в
last.
Стиме.
Our meeting will therefore
Надо
be
будет
able to
посмотреть.
kick off shortly. I have just a few more little preparations to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to get
Факсы
to know one
налетели,
another.
кстати, ты мне
When
кидал
you hear
видос.
the bell,
Это он куда
please
пошел?
proceed
В
to the
коридор.
conclave room
Он дверь
on
открыл
my left,
лапкой и
behind
пошел в
that
коридор.
door. I'll see you
Он
later.
умеет дверь открывать. За ручку дергает и уходит. Он ночью так выходит в коридор. Дверь открывает. Чё? Да?
Could you spare a moment, please, sir?
И дверь открыл.
I want to talk to you too. Of course.
I heard about your mother's disappearance.
He looks concerned.
Опа, сейчас будет рэп-баттл, ребят. А потом я про Мэдисона расскажу, что у него такие же коты. Мне тут Женя рассказал.
Any news of her? Have you found her, maybe?
Он
Факсы
про матушку
налетели,
спрашивает.
мальчик.
Hear you speak, it sounds like you and my mother were close.
Let's say I hold your mother in high esteem, yes. We were even planning to work together.
That's
Так, нам надо из него выбить все. Вот здесь. Здесь не как... здесь не так... Здесь вот такой вот каратель. Эстетический.
Факсы
cat's out of the
налетели,
bag
что
now.
там Женька говорит.
more or less, but please do refresh my memory.
Yes, of course. Nothing of great importance in itself.
Он говорит, что у
During one of
Мэдисона
our
такие же
discussions,
коты,
she
они
spoke
двери
of an
открывают.
old book, which might have been of interest to me,
Старая книга.
and she had agreed to let me have it.
A book about what?
Ancient occultism. As you are aware, I am a doctor of theology. You might have come across some old
Так,
books
последний.
in her belongings, perhaps?
Ха.
As my mother's got so many old books, I'm afraid I won't be able to...
Oh, it's easy. You can't mistake this one. It's an ancient grimoire, composed of 7 parts. Each one is closed.
Видимо, то, что она спрятала как раз вот за этими картинами. То, что нам записку она оставила в Евангелии.
If you find it, you mustn't tamper with it. You see?
That's unusual. Unfortunately, that doesn't ring a bell. I'll look again, but I wouldn't get my hopes up. You seem very upset. Is it so important to you, this book?
Well, it's the search of a lifetime. What can I say? Every time I move closer to it,
Кстати,
it
я
seems to
напугался,
slip
когда
away
я
from
пошел
us.
ночью в туалет.
I was
И
very
мой пес
surprised
начал
to
рычать
learn
во
that your
сне.
mother had it in her possession. I thought it was
Факсимилите
in a
было
certain
страшно.
von Bort in Paris. Do you
Егор,
know
не
him?
смеши. Блин.
Indeed. One of your close friends?
No, not really, but we were close once. Precisely over the case that concerns us now, because he claimed to have the book I'm looking for.
Another dishonest person. What can you say? Can't trust
Флешголем
anyone these days,
14
huh?
Егорка сходил в туалет, не дойдя до него КМД.
I hope I've been able to satisfy your curiosity, Mr. Von Pullman, and that you succeed in finding what you're looking for.
Oh, and so do I.
And now, what if you told me who you really are working for, instead of keeping up this pretense?
I beg your pardon?
We both know what you're looking for, Von Vollner. You're the one who Von Burchert was planning to sell it to.
For centuries, all those who have come into contact with the Al-Azif have bitterly regretted it, Monsieur de Richet. You are playing a dangerous game.
Факсимилите,
Please
он
know
помнишь фразу
that I
Сашки?
am working for someone who does not
Какую?
appreciate
А,
anyone
типа, заткнись, я
poking
минус
around
5
in
дал?
his
Да,
business.
конечно.
Let me guess.
Это было эпично. Блин, я прослушала, что они там говорили.
Lord Mortimer.
Oh, you are way off the mark.
Конечно, я же не
There's
прочитала.
nothing more for us to say. Goodbye.
Блин, ну ладно.
Факсимилите, этот момент вспомнит только ЛД канала.
Да не говори.
Флешголем 14, да это прям некрономикон какой-то.
Да, точно, у тетки реально, вот у его мамки какой-то некрономикон. А по поводу котов, вот сейчас мне Женька рассказал, у Мэдисона такая же штука. У него коты в комнату открывают двери сами.
Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia.
Так, это мы будем изучать потом. Хорошо.
Серый 6512, главный герой чем-то на Адама Дженсона смахивает. Флешголем 14 с разбегу головой.
Чертами лица. Похож.
Факсимилите, короче, когда приеду, пойдем в РР.
Давай, у нас там целый склад собран. Давай, я с удовольствием. Будешь с американцем играть? Так, ну здесь кроме... Здесь только с Наполеоном можно поговорить. Давай с ним поговорим.
Monsieur Bonaparte. May I speak with you a
Факсимилите,
moment?
ладно, я на море.
Давай.
Факсимилите, скоро буду. Флешголем 14, собака серый 6512, привет, закажешь музон?
Well, I'd rather not express any opinion of him.
Why is that?
His reputation is enough for me.
Meaning...
This gentleman enjoys people talking about him for too many reasons. He's undeserved titles. More than 10 in just 4 years. And each one
Кстати, Серега...
6512, собака, флешголем 14, до зарплаты
If I
долго
had
еще
seen him on the
копать придет.
battlefield,
Серега, кстати, ты подсадил на эмигрейт Егорку.
Лишь голем 14 библиотум библиотум.
Мне так эти смайлики эти нравятся из игры этой.
His coveting French Catalonia does not encourage me to have one.
I understand your point of view. Would you have any more information about the conference Lord Mortimer spoke of?
Nothing at all. Mortimer is very committed to secrecy when it comes to his conferences. But given the presence of Monsieur Peru and ourselves, I think it must concern France to some extent. Otherwise, I doubt he would have invited 3 Frenchmen to his table, huh?
Ну и все.
I'll be leaving you now. Shall we meet up again later?
Wait, monsieur. Any news of your mother?
Unfortunately not, no.
I hope to speak with her about my deal before I leave. Let me know if you find her. À plus tard, monsieur.
Так, ну здесь, в принципе, все собрано. А, вот шкатулочка есть.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
А что нам нужно? Блин, а у нас все... Черт возьми, ладно. А золотой эликсир у нас снимает 30... Угу. Ну ладно, мы потом сюда вернемся как-нибудь. Нам бы меду набрать, потому что нам мед нужен. Потому что, видите, у нас, если начнем говорить с кем-то и щитрить, уже не получится. Нам нужно к лорду Мортимеру в комнату попасть каким-то образом.
Лишь голем 14 емкость карманов тоже можно прокачать.
Здесь, в принципе, емкость карманов ни на что не влияет особо.
I would like to speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Потому что он может унести все.
But I shall make no comment about my master. Is there anything else that Sir would like to know?
Что за просьба у него есть?
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
А, смотрите, прикольно. Мне нужны якорцы, золотой эликсир. Прикольно. А вот это вот что у нас? Якорцы это...
You wouldn't have a little golden elixir I could use, would you?
Oh, unfortunately, sir, I have orders not to give any of that medicine to any of Lord Mortimer's guests. Some guests are here to follow a very strict treatment. Mixing or combining certain substances would be dangerous for sir.
Понятно.
As I was unable to bring my
Серый
personal effects with me, I was wondering if you
6512
could
чёт у
find me a
меня
few
на Твиче
items.
подгрузки сильные.
course, sir.
Ща проверю,
What
как
would you
там на
require?
YouTube.
Странно.
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
Понятно.
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir, and I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to
Какой
the store.
противный слуга, а? Понятно, все с тобой, ничего ты мне не дашь. Пойдемте тогда к... О,
What do you want, Louis?
Сергей Мигурина на YouTube все идеально.
ну как-то так.
What do you think of our last guest?
Годой.
Well, I never thought I would get the chance to meet that Hispanic Casanova in the flesh. His reputation is well known. The gentleman collects lovers, including, would you believe it, the Queen of
Тебе он
Spain.
тоже, наверное, приходит.
I doubt that Lord Mortimer invited him for his charm, if you want my opinion. Emily, what can you tell me about the coming conference?
Sir Gregory and Lord Mortimer organize this kind of high society meeting.
Кстати, вот очень интересно, почему она все время ходит в одном и том же платье. Это вообще неприлично раньше было в те времена. Особенно в барочной, викторианскую эпоху. Если дама появляется в высшем обществе, она... Ну, короче, на один выход одно платье. У них вот так вот было.
Unfortunately, I have things to do. Thank you again, madam.
Поэтому очень странно, что она постоянно в одном и том же платье. Ну, наверное, разработчики просто не хотели для нее новые скины делать каждый раз. А может, просто хотели, чтобы она им запомнилась такой. Ну, не знаю, это сложно.
So, what did my mother mean by going beyond the nightmare?
Ну вот, эта картина. Я сейчас вам ее покажу. Она называется «Ночной кошмар». Одна из самых стрёмных картин того времени. Вот она. Вот эта картина, на самом деле, она... Художник пытался показать что-то типа сонного паралича. То есть здесь, вот видите, на девушке черт сидит, а там вот конь такой страшный. Я помню, когда я в детстве смотрела вот эту картину в артбуках, ну, знаете, там в энциклопедиях там все дела. У нас были книги по искусству. И вот эта лошадь, она меня дико пугала. Ну, здесь она как бы затемненная, а так вот, ну, у нее прям страшные рожи.
Сергей Мигурин, имидж персонажа менять можно?
Нет, это не Шерлок Холмс. Датировки картин. По масонскому календарю, боже мой. Щита, свечи, камень, дрова. Какашки какие-то.
Флиш-голем 14, а жаль, я бы посмотрел на него в вышиванке.
Это не украинские разработчики делали. Я не могу ничего сделать, к сожалению. Я не хочу просто на шоколадку тратить. Виноград.
Might come in handy.
Короче, вот эта картина. За ней.
Hey, looks like it's mounted on rails on each side. It should lift up, I think. There must be a mechanism somewhere.
Угу. Вот книжка, наверное. Кстати, я вчера ходила на Короля Льва. Кто-нибудь ходил уже?
Флиш-голем 14, вышиванка любому персонажу добавляет харизмы и обаяния.
Aha, I found it.
Там книга была, я хочу книгу посмотреть.
A ring lock now? Great. That's all I needed.
Просто офигенно. Погоди, здесь книжка есть.
This painting isn't finished. It looks like Mortimer probably did it.
History of the First Crusades by Pierre Amédée de la Salle.
Hey, the dates indicate AL, and it looks like 4,000 years have been added to our calendar. Oh, that counting system again.
Давай вот так.
The Crusades took place not long after the year 1000.
Флешголем 14 я не ходил, но в обзорах говорят, что оригинал лучше, а фильм средний.
А мне понравился. Ну, оригинал лучше в любом случае, но все равно.
I'm getting the feeling that there's something else, another small detail, but what is it?
Ну-ка, я еще раз перечитаю. Первую
Here all the dates say 5,000 and something. I'm guessing this dating system begins 4,000 years before the calendar that we use. Yet, I'm getting the feeling that there's something else, another small detail, but what is it? The famous call of Pope Urban II. 20 years after the capture of Jerusalem from the Arabs by the Turks, Urban II convened the council. He promises a plenary indulgence to Christians who go and get Jerusalem back from the Turks. The result, the Jewish community on the road to Jerusalem found itself persecuted for no reason. 12,000 Jews would perish, not to mention the massacre of Ma'ara, where acts of cannibalism by Frankish crusaders were reported, or even the capture of Jerusalem, where approximately 30,000 were left dead. It signaled the beginning of centuries of wars of religion. Or how Louis VII, King of France, eager to be pardoned for the death of thousands of innocent people in the fire of the Church of Yttria, convinces the Pope to authorize him to lead his own crusade. The result, in Germany, a new outburst of violence against the Jewish community, and a monumental fiasco by poor Louis VII, cuckolded by his wife's uncle.
Так, окей.
The famous call from Pope Gregory VIII in his Audita Tremendi Bull of 5,187. Oh, the crusade where Richard the Lionhearted distinguished himself. It states the first sea blockade of Saint-Jean d'Acre was broken in the 12th month of 5,190 AL, whereas the siege had been going on for 2 years.
Флешголем 14 странно, я начал слышать, как воюет Женька.
Да, я не знаю почему, здесь очень часто вот, когда в Дискорде со мной кто-то общается, слышали раньше, как Женя в FIFA играл. И постоянно над этим смеялись. Якорцы я не могу взять. Я хочу просто посмотреть, есть ли здесь... Там на самом деле в Короле Льве можно... Единственное, что придраться, это то, что у них, так как это трехмерные модели, у них таких нет эмоций, как у рисованных зверюшек.
Сергей Мигурин причесон, у него класс. Такой же, наверное, буду отращивать.
Правда? Вау.
Я
Я хочу фоточку. Наверное, это будет круто. Так. Не, серьезно, мне нравятся патлачи. 4000 из каждой даты, если вы не хотите привести посетителей в замешательство. А какие здесь вообще можно?
Флешголем 14 свист в игре, или это у Жеки?
Да это у Жеки. А, вот здесь эти цифры, что ли. Понятно. Теперь вот вопрос. нам нужно к крестовому походу дату или... Потому что там вот была дата, вот эта... Подожди. Там вот какая-то дата, он прям на нее внимание обратил очень.
History of the First Crusades by Pierre Amédée de Rassaud.
Hey, the dates indicate AL, and it looks like 4,000 years have been added to our calendar. All that
Сейчас
counting system
перечитаем
again.
и посмотрим.
The famous call from Pope Gregory VIII in his Audita Tremendi Bull of 5,187. Oh, the crusade where Richard the Lionhearted distinguished himself. It states the first sea blockade of Saint-Jean d'Acre was broken in the 12th month of 5,190 AL, whereas the siege had been going on for 2 years.
А с учетом того, что это масонское исчисление, в марте, да, там сказали?
Ален, можно завтра стрим по реалму.
Да, я постараюсь, и завтра...
Наверное, буду красить седые волосы в черный и одеваться в черное, но это не точно.
Прикольно. Да, завтра... И еще завтра будет по Бладборну. Ну, если все будет нормально. Вот, масонский календарь. То есть там минус 4000 из каждой даты. То есть у нас получается 1190 год. Масонское летоисчисление начинается с марта, а не с...
При эфире 2, а во сколько?
Слушай, я пока не знаю. Надо посмотреть, что... Как что. Я пока ничего не могу сказать. С марта. То есть, получается, что Новый год у них начинается с марта. И получается, что у нас не 1190...
При эфире 2 вечером ПЛЗ я днем зайти не смогу.
Не, ну... Так, это получается 1100. Слушай, я правда не знаю пока ничего. И здесь вот у нас получается, если у них год начался в марте, наверное, вот так вот. Но это не точно. Вау. А ничего, что сейчас Мортимер придет? Или еще кто-нибудь? Кто свистит все время?
Let's see what you've been hiding, Lord Murderer.
Какой глобус гигантский. Угу.
This is my mother's writing. I've picked up her trail. What is she up to? Obviously, she wants to lure Mortimer somewhere, but where? The only clue she's left for Mortimer is this stone sword. It must be intentional. It looks like a decorative sword.
Ну, от статуи какой-то.
Judging by the state of it, I'm guessing it's been left outside for a long time. I have absolutely got to find out where it came from.
Давайте посмотрим, что тут есть. Ага, мы это не можем взять. Вы помогли Китаю, и вас ждет вознаграждение. Чтобы Великобритания не замыслила против нас, не переживайте. Ее представитель, мистер Маккартни, во время своего визита ничего от нас не добьется. Сянь Лун. Окей. Да тут судьбы народа решаются, как я посмотрю. Господи, одни якорцы. Зачем мне якорцы? Мне мед нужен. Мы поддерживаем ваше намерение вмешаться в политику Бельгии.
A fine-looking map of the Orient, indeed.
Давление России с каждым днем становится сильнее. Императрица Екатерина сделает все, чтобы граф Прованский стал регентом французского королевства, поскольку король Людовик сошел с политической сцены. Простите за дурные вести, но готовьтесь к темным временам. Прошу убедить президента Вашингтона не подписывать закон о беглых рабах в нынешнем виде. Этот вопрос нужно решать на национальном уровне, а не в каждом штате по отдельности. Законопроект мог бы помочь разрешить конфликт между Пенсильванией и Вирджинией, но подписав его, мы рискуем узаконить охоту на негров. Все больше людей отправляются на поиски беглых рабов, никто никого не находит и похищает первого попавшегося негра, чтобы выдать его за сбежавшего раба. Напряжение растет. Благодарю за помощь. Угу. Там мед, кстати, был. Сейчас мы еще здесь карту посмотрим. Это Индия, по-моему, да? А, нет, это Африка. Да. Ну, я просто смотрю, там кусок был. Точно, точно.
Looks like there are also many unknowns, even for Mortimer.
Great, honey.
Наконец-то. Типографию конфисковали, меня затащили в Шлиссельбургской крепости. Если вам удастся вмешаться и вызволить меня, я буду перед вами в долгу. В ближайшее время Екатерина закроет все ложи Золотого Ордена в Империи. Наше будущее представляется весьма мрачным. С надеждой на спасение, Николай Новиков.
Weakness of the Human Psyche by Guillaume Tremor.
He says,
It is possible to drill an idea into someone by constant daily repetition until the mind gives in.
Это Южная Америка.
This shows the forces present in America.
Господи, прям масонская ложа какая-то. Смотри, на всех влияют прям. Корабль, идущий во французский Марсель, зафрахтован. На его борту находится несколько тел погибших от чумы, которые свирепствуют в нашей стране. Будьте предельно осторожны с этими ящиками. Если их случайно откроют, чума может охватить Францию.
При эфире 2, какое столетие?
Ну, это 18 век. Вот так вот. Где-то. 18-19. Ну, эпоха барокко. Рококо. У этих викторианская. Так, а это мы уже смотрели. Жень, Екатерина же в 1700-х, да, правила? Правильно? Ну, вторая. Да, 1700... Да, да, то есть это, да, получается, середина 18 века. Да, все правильно. Да. Да. Не, ну здесь речь идет именно про императрицу, то есть шальную нашу. Я же говорю, где-то середина... Опа.
При эфире 2 у меня стрим лагает немного.
Лагает, да, на Твиче. А чё, мы здесь все рассмотрели, а
При
я...
эфире 2
Сейчас я зайду, посмотрю. Неужели так сильно лагает? У меня нормально. Может, это из-за соединения интернетовского, я не знаю. Так, ну это у нас не хочет брать. Здесь заперто. А вот у нас здесь, смотрите, у нас здесь кладези прям.
Something strange about this table.
Мы ничего не знаем о науке.
The Little Surgeon's Perfect Collection.
Ага. Он тут кого-то препарирует. Тигр умирает. По вашей просьбе мы напали на Траванкор и перерезали
Сергей
глотки
Мигурин
всем
на ютубе,
ангельшам.
все идеально.
Я не знаю, у меня на Твиче тоже нормально показывают.
Look, a pack of tarot cards. Has he been reading the cards? Mortimer? That would surprise me.
Мы не можем прочесть расклад.
Some goat skulls, chicken legs. Now we all know what that's for. I'm a little surprised at Mortimer. And it seems 3 rusty old nails. They're about 20 centimeters long.
Жесть. Он здесь оккультизмом занимается, оказывается.
That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages.
Флиш-голем 14, вроде все норм.
Там вот сейф какой-то есть.
Looks like obsidian or onyx. Must weigh a ton. These are feathers. Pigeon, probably. A skeleton by the name of Gustav. If the plaque on the plinth is anything to go by. Mortimer's given a name to his anatomy skeleton. That's morbid.
Гюстав. Это он, что ли? Я разработал новый замок и надеюсь... А, замок? Прямо посередине двери. В зависимости от расположения дисков либо откроется, либо накажет тратившего веру шпиона.
Флиш-голем 14, если бы у тебя был такой скелет, то как бы ты его назвала?
Я не знаю, зачем мне скелет держать дома. Не, в принципе, прикольно на него шляпу там вешать. Как Бендер, там кепку этот, с шарфом. Пылесборник. Ключ с оккультным символом огонь. Это вот этот, наверное. Да. Давай, открывай. Понятно все. А где же еще один ключ-то? Ладно, если я вот так вот сделаю, теперь я могу открыть. Давай. Ключ с оккультным символом вода. И монеты какие-то. На кой черт они нам сдались? Что за монеты? Забавные тут звания такие.
Am I seeing things, or is that an actual von Leeuwenhoek microscope? Incredible. Mortimer really is at the cutting edge of science. Even at the order, it took us ages to get one of those. That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages.
Так, ну, здесь, наверное, все.
Preservation using formaldehyde. Just as disgusting as ever.
Здесь, короче, у него такая комната потайная, где показывают все его научные, так сказать, изыскания. Ну, понятно, это уже есть. Это карта опять. Я так понимаю, здесь где-то есть код.
An iron mask. I wonder who it's for. Look, a pack of tarot cards. Has he been reading the cards? Mortimer? That would surprise me.
А у меня этого вообще нету, да, получается? Ну-ка. Угу. Вообще нет ничего. Хотя...
При эфире 2 Агострим попал 1 сон.
Не, я вот такой не играю.
Some goat skulls, chicken legs. Look, a pack of tarot cards. Has he been reading the cards? Mortimer? That would surprise me.
Ну, здесь вроде все. А почему он, вот он эту шкатулку не хочет открыть? Так, какой у нас там был? 1000 с... Не вижу. А подождите, они здесь же перевернутые. Блин, он зря сейчас это нажмет.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side. The mechanism passes through the wall. The wheels are the same on both sides. Chances are the combination I used on the other side works on this side too. Looks too easy. Could be a trap. Looks like the same as the one on the other side.
Так, сейчас нам надо забрать эту штуку. Нет, это... Вот. С той же стороны, то есть... И что, получается, он зеркальный, что ли? Или они как шестигранники, что ли? А он может мне сказать, сколько граней? Если сколько граней, можно посчитать. Блин.
Looks like the same as the one on the other side.
Блин, это очень сложно.
The mechanism passes through the wall. The wheels are the same on both sides. Chances are the combination I used on the other side works on this side too.
То есть нам надо сделать так, чтобы с той стороны получилось вот это вот 1191. Правильно? Если там получается сейчас. Сколько у него какой у него многогранник-то получается? Блин, ну да, эти игры, конечно, не для стримов нифига. Здесь надо еще схемки чертить. Получается 0, 1, 4, 8. Ну да, получается, все правильно. Единицы, получается, параллельно 6, если вот смотреть по бумажке. А получается 9. Там же 9 было, да? 9 параллельно 4. Блин, нет. Подожди, не дергай. Подожди, отпусти. Отойди. Здесь получается... И 4. А здесь получается также 6. Это что, 5? А, ну да, все, 6. Она типа перевернутая. Все, теперь надо пускать. Сейчас должен сработать. Просто схемку прочертить, как они. Давай. Лучше об этом не задумываться. Так, теперь нам надо меч искать. Да, это было забавно. А это где-то снаружи получается, потому что нам надо выйти отсюда вообще. Я мог заинтересоваться птицей. Какой птицей? А, типа перья раскиданы. Я мог встретить перью. Ну, это если бы мы ходили. Окей. Все-таки нам нужно качнуть оккультизм чутка.
This note is about a meeting with Lord Mortimer. There's no doubt about it. Alright, I need to find out where the sword that came with it's from in order to find Mother.
You're joking, I hope. Don't tell me you've done that.
Really? How do you expect me to guess?
Oh, for God's sake, just ask them.
Давайте подслушаем.
We must absolutely inform Sir Gregory. How long has he been trying to collect all the spears?
I must have brought in the first one 20-odd years ago.
Do you know if he has managed to get the original?
Well, in any case, he's got all the ones we had at the Vatican.
Нормально.
He made me replace them with copies. But I don't understand your reaction. I'm sure it is nothing serious.
Aha. I can see very well you do not understand. You have done nothing less than sign our death warrants, and still you don't understand.
Someone is listening.
What? Monsieur de Richet, why not join us rather than find yourself eavesdropping?
I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Of course you didn't. So, my son, what can we do for you?
I was wondering if you might have seen an object like this here at the manor.
What are you playing at, de Richet?
I'm afraid I can't help you, my son. Ask someone who knows the manor better than I do. One of the servants, for example. One of them is bound to help you.
Thank you for your advice, Your Eminence. I didn't mean to spy on you, but you caught my attention. Your Eminence, I don't know what you said to Mr. von Boldner, but the poor fellow looks positively crestfallen.
Not at all.
Don't you believe it, Louis? I was just telling Monsieur about Lord Mortimer's burning passion for holy relics. You must have noticed he's a bit of a collector. Well, for years he has been searching high and low to bring all the copies of the Holy Spear together. As I was coming here, I thought I'd bring him a few of them. That's all.
Be quiet, for God's sake. Please leave us, monsieur. His Eminence and I wish to finish our discussion alone.
Вклинился так. Стрим по паладинам. Зачем стримить паладинов, когда есть Overwatch? Здесь еще мем можно такой, типа. Да.
President George Washington.
Ну, понятно, я никуда пройти не могу.
Huh, that's me. Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
Could you tell me where this sword comes from, please?
Certainly, sir. How did such a sword come into sir's hands?
Listen, my good man, I'd gladly stand here discussing matters all day long, but I'm terribly pressed for time. Your petty logistical concerns are of no interest to me. I asked you a question, and I'm still waiting for an answer.
Do please excuse me, sir. If I were sir, I would look in the garden. This sword looks like it's from the garden statues.
And how can I get into the garden?
There are two ways, sir. The first way to get to the garden is by the hall, between the conference room and the portrait gallery. The second way is directly through the portrait gallery. Sir would just have to go out by the French windows.
Thank you, my good man.
Смотрите, бабочки. Прикольно. Может, здесь что-то есть? Вашингтон. Здесь.
Is everything all right, my young friend?
Wonderful.
Isn't that lovely? Well, see you later.
The sword probably came from this garden, but what could it have been used for?
Нужно статуя искать. Явно не это. Но красиво.
In Greek mythology, she helped Theseus get through the labyrinth. Looks like there's a crack in the region of the heart. Let's see. What's going to happen if I've got it wrong? Ariadne. Try something else.
А вот, кстати, ее клубок.
Here's the famous Ariadne's thread, thanks to which, if I remember rightly, Theseus avoided getting lost in the labyrinth.
What brings you here?
I tell you what I'm looking for, Monsieur Peru. Will you promise to keep it to yourself?
Hell no. And anybody who gives you a promise like that is an unmitigated liar. Trust no one, Monsieur de Richet, or you'll soon be a dead man. I bid you good luck. You'll need it.
И ушел.
Golden elixir.
Угу. Да, вот он, наверное, с мечом, этот мужик.
Pasiphae, daughter of Perseus and sister of Circe. She married Minos and became the queen of Crete. She has no cracks. Alright, well, let's continue anyways. I wonder what this kiosk is doing in the middle of the garden. Too cramped to be able to do much. Well, there must be something going on there.
Угу, там потайной вход. Потайной. Как бы нам туда пройти?
Theseus, son of Aegeus. He's the one who slayed the Minotaur. Looks like a crack has been made on his torso. It's as long as a finger. I'd say between 6 and 8 centimeters.
Что же это за палец такой?
I
Ну
wonder
ладно.
if Mother managed to solve this enigma.
Пойдемте дальше.
Asterion. It is rare to see him like this. In general, he's represented with the head of a bull, with the features of the Minotaur, the famous son of Minos and Pasiphae. Asterion was the son of Pasiphae and Minos, or rather the result of a curse put on Minos. Minos was punished for betraying Poseidon. Of course, as strangely it often happens, it wasn't he who was punished, it was his wife. She had to mate with a bull, no less. From that union, Asterion was born, who everyone knows as the famous Minotaur. Rejected by Minos, he was shut up in the labyrinth so he could never leave. And, as if that wasn't bad enough, he died by the hand of a hero desperate to restore his reputation. Technically, Asterion is the victim of the story because he's described as a child cast out from birth. Born from an extramarital union because of the errors of his father, he was treated as an outcast all his life. And he died as innocently as he was born. A tragic story, as the Greeks knew how to do so well. The statue has a crack in it. Right. We'll soon see.
Вообще подходит. Даже очень. Ладно, пойдем дальше. Там, правда, еще статуи есть. Или ладно, давайте...
Asterion.
Блин, ну очень подходит. Давайте там посмотрим еще. Статуйков.
See, I've been in this game long enough to know there are two types of endings to these tales. There are the ones that make it out alive. Survivors whose beasts of steel grinded their names into the hearts of every man, woman, and child out there. And there are these, the ones that ended up as another sad, sob story, wanting kids to steer clear of this life. So now that I have your attention, let me ask you a question. Do you think you've come out for this world because in this pool of sharks, hip hop, MMA,
Daedalus. He's the architect of the labyrinth, and if I'm not mistaken, he's also the father of Icarus. Hey, there's a crack in this statue too.
And it won't take no prisoners. So you think you're ready? You better be sure, because with 10 tons of steel and fury about to smash into your highway speeds, you're gonna need every bit of that conviction. Because if it don't, it will become your coffin. You better hold on to that wheel like life itself. Go fast. Ram first.
Вообще, нить идет туда. Ладно, сейчас попробуем.
What is that? It's like a sort of opening mechanism. Knowing Mortimer, I bet it's booby-trapped. There's a little hole at the fingers. I'm pretty sure if I get it wrong, I'll get pricked. Damn you, Mortimer. Reminds me of traps I studied in Egyptian tombs.
Ладно, давайте пока перерывчик сделаем. Там я подумаю еще. Там что-то увидел, да? красиво. Почему? Почему там срать? Так, еще тут. Да хрен знает, что жать, блин. Да, надо подумать. С другой стороны, Дедал, он создал этот лабиринт. И клубок, вот эта нитка, она вела туда. То есть, если логически подумать, вот она. А, вот она еще туда идет. Все дороги идут туда. Ладно, жмем. Плевать. Уколет нас и... А, стоп, вот это вот что такое?
Looks like this slab moves. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a passageway underneath it. It's up to the just to deliver judgment. Truth unlocks all possibilities.
Справедливые. Там справедливостью точно не пахнет.
Theseus. He's the son of Aegeus. He became the mythical king of Athens, the unifying king. Pity, he's generally only remembered for having slayed the Minotaur.
Флиш-голем 14 записун.
Записун. Давай миф откроем. Шут с ним.
I seem to recall he took the decision to confront the Minotaur. He killed the beast, but if it weren't for Ariadne's help, he would have been trapped in that labyrinth forever. In short, yet another hero who wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. Okay, I'm probably being a bit harsh. I mean, we do owe him the foundations of Athens. In other words, the Republic. Render therefore unto Caesar what is Caesar's. He's the son of Aegeus. He became the mythical king of Athens, the unifying king. Pity, he's generally only remembered for having slayed the Minotaur. I wonder if Mother managed to solve this
Флиш-голем
enigma.
14, у него дырка в груди.
Да. А вот это вот кто?
Asterion.
Астерион.
Сергей Мигурин
Let's
это
go.
пиво.
Да.
Minos. Son of Zeus and Europa. If I remember correctly, he was the king of Crete. Married to Pasiphae, he had many children, including the famous Ariadne, whom history remembers for her thread.
Флиш-голем 14 Балтика.
Не.
There's a crack in that statue.
А политику мы не... Ну, понятно, это мы ничего не сможем. Слушайте, мне почему-то кажется, что раз у нас речь идет о создателе всего лабиринта, мне кажется, это минус. Рикардо Милос. Так. Слушайте, мне кажется, что если справедливость... Ну... Так, здесь, наверное... Давайте вытащим, но это точно...
Daedalus. Alright, let's try again. You never know.
Почему вот он не может перепрыгнуть просто?
minnows. The crack is in the region of the heart.
Так. Подожди. Что там было еще разок?
It's up to the just to deliver
Лишь
judgment.
более 14, что-то изменилось.
Да, мы в этого, в Миноса воткнули. Давай попробуем. Если что, нам проткнет ладонь. Давай. Ого, там кровище, смотрите. О, его опять сейчас пёсить будет.
Again?
Опять видение у нас.
Флешголем 14 следствие
You can't
ведет
accept
Не
that
говори.
now. You know that's not going to happen.
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything. Even to...
Agreed? I wasn't aware you had a choice.
What's going on here?
What now? What else must I do to win
Это
back my
Годой
freedom?
же.
Obey me. Now get out.
What was that? That's the third time in 3 days.
Опять он вытирается рубашкой. Ну, платки же есть, боже мой. У него 2 платка. Один от матушки, другой еще от кого-то. А, от этой дамочки. О,
Let's see if you're in there, mother.
янтарь.
A fragment of amber.
Какое-то подземелье прям.
Bandages. Someone's been patching themselves up. Looks like my mother took advantage of being in hiding to change her bandages, huh? This is silk. She must have used her own clothes. There are patches where the blood isn't totally clotted. That's a good sign, right? She changed them recently, which proves she's still looking after herself and still believes in her
Сергей
chances.
Мигурин, платки это
I'd
на
love to
крайний
tell her to keep
случай.
hanging in there.
А, понятно.
A cache.
Тянь. Опа. Это кто-то из слуг?
Damn it, mother. Now what's happened?
Don't move!
Wait, I'm not armed.
Who are you?
Good God, Mother, what have you...
Tell me who you are!
Жесть. Я мог убедить Перю довериться мне. Так.
При эфире 2 логику качай.
Здесь так не работает. Здесь больше манипулирование, наверное, все же. И бдительность. Ладно, давайте... Блин, надо политику открыть. Так нормально будет. Так, это у нас конец второго эпизода.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had
Это нам предыдущее показывает.
In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything. Even to...
But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
I hope that your search will prove successful and bring Sarah back to us soon.
I'll be leaving now because whatever it is you're up to, I do not want to know.
Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough. The woman with two faces.
Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
А, нет, это все собрали... То есть они всех собрали, что ли?
Don't move.
Wait, I don't...
So you've come at last.
Easy. Let me turn around. Oh my god, Mother, what has happened to you?
Who are you?
What? But, Mother!
Who are you?
It's me, Louis, your son.
No, you lie. You won't catch me out like that. Louis isn't here. He obeys his mother. He would never have come here.
Mother, I don't know what you've been through, but lower your arm, please.
You think I was born yesterday?
Что-то она не в себе, походу. Привет.
I'm begging you.
One day you will fall.
Mother!
Why are you here?
remember? Al-Azif?
I was sure.
Where's the book, Mother?
So that's what you want? Well, you will never find it. Emily died for that.
What's got into her?
You are evil incarnate. Every word that comes out of your mouth is sharper than a razor blade.
I don't wish you any harm. Really, Mother. It's me, Louis.
Don't speak to me about him. You will never get him.
Mother, stop torturing yourself. It really is me, Louis. How can I convince you?
If you really are who you say you are, what was the saying I taught you?
Ну, мы мамку нашли, типа, она нас не замечает.
Always keep your mind rational.
Блин, я не помню.
And open.
You knew it. You are smart.
Короче, она нас не узнает просто.
You're getting me muddled up. Tell me rather, whose place were we at when I told you I was coming here?
Mother, I really am your son. You can't trick me. We were in Paris. We were investigating an art dealer.
His name?
Ох, я все время забываю. Блин. Черт возьми, а. Блин. Я не помню, правда.
Тебя как сына.
Да, она не признает. Борхерт. Морхер. Не Морхерт, не... Ну, Ботхер, наверное. Или вот это вот.
His name was Von Bulcher.
You just made your first mistake, scumbag.
No, wait, it's just a detail. He lived in Paris, near the Notre Dame Cathedral. We investigated him for 3 months. He made a fortune by taking advantage of gullible collectors of Parisian high society.
You're a good actor.
He was an ancient art dealer. He had the book, Al-Azif.
And that's what you wanted to get out of me, wasn't it?
Not at all. We unmasked him, but then he came after us. We escaped, but you didn't want me to intervene. I listened to you, and we knocked him out.
What? How? You can't know about that. Louis, no. Is it really you? No! 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 It's not true. It's a nightmare. Don't tell me that. Have you spoken to him?
Oh, shit.
She's
completely panicked because I spoke to Mortimer. It seems she's afraid of what he might have said to me about her.
Did he speak to you?
Mother, I don't know what you're imagining, but don't worry. Everything will be all right. If you're worried about what I might think about Elizabeth Adams, honestly...
Oh, Louis! Elizabeth is the last of my worries right now. I did what I could for her, but it was too late. Very well. Rational and open, Louis. Since you arrived on the island, has anything strange happened to you?
Depends on what you mean by strange.
Я нашел вас без руки.
Personally, I think that you being missing for 3 days and then me finding you underground, minus a hand, well, that qualifies as strange, don't you think?
No, my hand is not important for the moment.
Ачивка
If that's the
Цицерон.
only thing you found that shocks you, then all is well. Now shut up and listen to me. We might still have a chance. Something of utmost importance is going to play out right here.
What are you talking about?
A conference, Louis. I should think all Mortimer's guests have arrived by now, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
Perfect. The conference will be
какой
able to
тарелкой?
begin.
Indeed. It shouldn't be long and...
Let me finish. We haven't time. You will attend this conference, and you must find out what Mortimer is up to. Don't trust him, Louis. Understood?
Факсимилити ей плохо.
Louis, I made a mistake by
да.
coming here. We are in the lion's den. Mortimer, Holm, their guests. Watch what happens. Do you think it's normal that the representatives of the most powerful nations are here all on their own without anyone else? On an island in the middle of nowhere in total secrecy?
No, not really, but...
Louis! They shape the world. They manipulate us.
Факсимилити я про лицо.
Everything is decided here and now. They create and break states, provoke wars, destitute governments, or decide who will be their
Факсимилити
leaders.
они дрались.
Open
Я
your
не знаю.
eyes.
Эта игра не
Преферить
показывала.
богов ДС.
Nothing is impossible for
Я не
them.
могу
They
сейчас
are
Дискорд.
capable of reaching everyone, wherever they may be. Through high society banquets, they model the future of us all. And it isn't at all an issue for them.
And? What do you propose?
It's time to act, my son. You will go to this conference and, from the inside, you'll do everything you can to prevent Mortimer's plan from going ahead smoothly. We can talk later. I'll explain everything.
But why?
Do as I say, Louis. It's of the utmost importance. Beware of Mortimer. He won't let anything stand in his way.
You promised me that after...
Yes, after. Go now.
Yes, Mother, I'm going. One more thing, Mother. Emily Hillsborough, Emma's
Преферить
sister,
двое избили
came to
жестоко.
this
Ну,
island
видимо,
looking
да.
for her sister.
Но этого не
She
показывали
probably
в
won't
игре.
hesitate to take revenge and...
Опа.
It's the signal that the conference is starting, Louis. Don't be concerned about the Duchess. She's the
Факсимилити,
last of our
кстати, Леон,
worries.
как насчет Майнкрафт старый мод?
А у меня его нет, кстати. Угу. Ну, пойдем тогда, чё. Там что-то было? А, нет, это написание картины. Неужели мне возвращаться обратно в одиночку?
Monsieur de Richet, you're the only one missing at the conference. Please join the guests.
Ну, да я пройду.
Monsieur de Richet, you're the only one missing at the conference. Please join the guests.
О, Господи.
Christ Crucified by Velasquez. Look, someone's left a note there. Reserved for the Duke of Alquidia.
Monsieur de Richet, you are expected at the conference. Please take the door to your left to join the guests.
Дверь слева, окей.
Golden elixir. I'll keep it for later.
Чувствую, надо будет много общаться. Ну, прям масонская ложа.
suspected it.
Надо собрать.
A Chinese coin.
Ничего нету.
A drachma.
She's not acting by design, is she? Not as you represent it. But with respect to any other thing, I do not imagine. By all that I have ever
Ну и, в принципе, наверное, все. Почти все.
Amber crystals.
I don't know if you ever found what you were looking for in the garden, but Mortimer is waiting for you. I suggest you get a move on.
You say it as if you were afraid of him. What frightens you so much about him?
Hurry up. He's waiting for you.
Сейчас мы к этим еще подойдем.
My son, glad you're here. It seems Lord Mortimer's been waiting for you to arrive before beginning. What a pity your mother isn't here for the conference. I hope I'll be able to see her before I leave. I still have a very important letter to give to her.
Feeling all right, Louis? You look like you're miles away.
Everything's fine. Don't worry.
Lord Mortimer wants to talk to you, Louis. Don't make him wait.
Indeed, I rather believe he did. I had
Some time, but now I'm convinced.
Good evening, gentlemen. Are we ready? The much-awaited conference is about to begin?
That is what we have all been waiting for.
I believe that Lord Mortimer wishes to speak to you before it begins. You should go and see him. Are you quite sure, sir? Is there not a little mistake somewhere?
Yes, because she asked him at last, and he could not help answering her, but she said...
By all that I have.
Ah, Louis, I've been expecting you. Thank you for joining us. We are about to begin our conference. Let me explain what is at stake.
Thank you kindly, but what do you expect of me exactly? My mother's the one who's supposed to attend, not me.
That is indeed what was initially intended. Unfortunately, she still hasn't been found, and my guests can't stay here indefinitely. The conference must begin, and it would be truly beneficial to the Order to join in the project. Consequently, I would like you to replace her during her absence. What is at stake here is of the utmost importance.
It's important that the French Order gets their say. And should you need any advice, don't worry, you are not alone, Louis.
Very well. Can you give me a brief explanation of the aim of it all?
Of course, Louis, I was coming to that. The aim of these meetings is to bring together the most influential people in order to think together about the future.
But the future of who?
Of the world, Louis.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
In concrete terms, how do you organize your discussions?
A conference is always organized the same way. There are two masters of ceremony who determine an important subject.
You and Sir Gregory, I presume.
Exactly. We shall be the masters of ceremony. It was our obligation to each bring to the table several guests in order to debate a subject. Once the debate is closed, a decision will be made by a vote of all the participants.
By a unanimous vote. If the project is not agreed on by all, then it will be rejected.
And neither of the two masters of ceremony have the right to vote.
It's up to the guests alone to decide, Louis. In other words, us.
Gregory and myself are merely the go-betweens. Finally, if the project is validated, each guest goes home and starts working to make it happen.
It can take years.
How long have you been active?
Oh, this tradition has more or less always existed, Louis. It has continued from generation to generation.
Do you often hold this kind of society dinner?
In general, once a year, but in actual fact it tends to be events that dictate our gatherings.
Can you give me an example of an event that was decided here before being implemented in the outside world?
Well, take the French Revolution. It was decided right here 2 years before its implementation in France.
Concerning the case of the French Revolution, I wasn't invited. But as far as the American Revolution is concerned, Louis, I can testify that we planned it 5 years before implementing it, for example.
Louis, let me keep you a moment. I would like to let you in on a secret before we begin, because I'm going to need your assistance. You see, the project I'm going to present concerns the territory of Louisiana in North America. It's currently Spanish territory, and I'm going to make the proposition to the Assembly for it to become French. My idea is to increase the territory of the United States. The first stone of this vast project consists of getting Spain to cede Louisiana to France. Once it becomes French, France will hand it over to the United States, which will then allow them to double the size of their territory. And that's where you come in. France and the United States, hand in hand, two democracies illuminating the world.
But why spread it over 2 phases? Why not announce the overall project immediately?
Unfortunately, if Spain were to hear that the intention of all this is to allow the United States to grow, they would never sign. Manuel Godoy is perfectly aware of President Washington's appetite. If the United States took Louisiana, Godoy would know full well that he will have lost the entire North American continent. Things must take place in several stages. Otherwise, the change will be too brutal, and he will have no choice but to reject the project. Take a look at them. Apart from President Washington, they all belong to monarchies. Do you really think they won't resist? Of course they'll fight, fearful as they are of losing their precious privileges. But the world needs visionaries, like you, like your mother. It's a pity Sarah isn't here to see it. She only knew about a tiny part of the project. I hope I can count on you, Louis. It's time to start now. I must ask you to keep it to yourself for the time being. Take a seat, follow the discussions. We'll have an opportunity to catch up later, and you'll be able to let me know your thoughts.
Blast it, Mother. You didn't know about everything. His project is commendable. Why tell me to beware? Could you have gotten it wrong?
I can tell you that someone is an idiot.
My friends, I propose we get started.
Масонская ложа.
First of all, I would like to thank you for taking the time to come.
The honor is ours, my lord.
As per our custom, here we are all together to discuss the face of tomorrow's world. Even though there may be certain tensions between our nations, I must ask you to keep an open mind. As Sarah de Richet is unable to be among us, please welcome Louis de Richet, who will represent the Golden Order and will vote on its behalf when the time comes.
Welcome among us, Louis.
Welcome, Monsieur. I hope he'll be more effective than his mother regarding the protection of the King of France. The Order has proved particularly inefficient.
Come, Manuel, you're not going to spoil our visit. The Order's mission was not to protect King Louis XVI, as far as I am aware.
We are talking about a king of divine blood, for goodness sake. It seemed obvious to me he needed protecting. If the Golden Order wants to pride itself on being an influential organization, it should have kept him alive.
I'm sorry about the fate of the King of France, Duke Manuel. However, I'm surprised at your remark. How can a man like me have changed the course of things where a man like you, powerful, capable of influencing international politics, was unable to do any better?
Perhaps we may begin, Lord Mortimer. Certainly. I have a dream that our nations will continue to support each other, more now than ever before. A dream that, for the sake of common good, we will do what it takes to ensure stability in the modern world. I have a dream that we shall lead by example and ensure that the American territory may remain in peace.
Thank you for the thought, Lord Mortimer, but I don't see where you're leading.
I'm coming to it, Mr. President. I need not remind you that North America is currently divided between the United States on the east coast and Spain, which occupies the remaining 2/3 of the continent. Well, I propose that Spain cede the center of the continent to France, namely all of Louisiana.
Louisiana? But, well, it is not for sale. Lord Mortimer, I sincerely hope I have not come all this way just to hear you ramble on about what Spain should and should not do. When we went to all the trouble of gaining the territory a few years ago, it was not just to lose it today. Have I made myself clear?
What did I tell you, William? You speak of union, and yet here you are, about to tear us apart.
Duke Manuel, I perfectly understand you. But rest assured, you will soon adore my proposition. You shall see.
Well, since you give me the choice, my good fellow, allow me to doubt it. However, I am impatient to hear what Spain could possibly gain from the sale of Louisiana.
I never spoke of a sale, my good fellow.
What? I do not understand.
There is one more territory left to conquer, if I'm not mistaken, in the northwest. It is, of course, occupied by your notorious Indians, but...
We shall soon be rid of the savages, so that is not a question.
Duke, these savages, as you call them, were there before you. They are on their homeland.
As much as the black people of Africa, Monsieur de Richet. That does not stop your dear France from massacring them and sending them like cattle to Mr. Washington's cotton plantations to provide him with cheap labor. So you keep your morals to yourself, if you please.
Senor, I would not like to be associated with that. The subject of black slaves in the United States of America is a complex subject, which we shall resolve at a future date.
Вы омерзительны.
Senor Godoy, you must know that France will soon ban these barbaric practices.
Oh, do not get on your high horse, Monsieur Frenchman. The only reason why France has ceased trading in slaves is because of the commercial blockade that Great Britain has imposed against you. The instant the shipping lanes have been restored, France will again treat these people like cattle.
Come now, my friends, let us not digress. Anyway, these primitive people have no souls, Louis. We bring the good word to them in order to save them. You'll see, colonization brings with it many benefits, too.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, Your Eminence, I shall continue. Duke Manuel, I believe that Spain should cede Louisiana to France free of charge.
This is utterly grotesque, Lord Mortimer. What a strange example you set for your young protege. Isn't that so, Monsieur de Richet? Do you understand anything of this proposition?
А я не могу. У меня нет такого убеждения.
I must say, William, I find your project mostly disfavors me. I thought you were my friend.
And I am, Mr. President. That is why I'm doing everything in my power to calm your expansionist fervor. France, in Louisiana, should persuade you not to attempt anything to take the territory by force. Louisiana is a vast wetland where you would needlessly lose most of your troops. It would weaken you and offer certain nations the perfect opportunity to take back your famous United States. I am protecting you from yourself, George. Trust me.
I understand. But with friends like you, sir, I certainly don't need any more enemies. I hope you know what you're doing.
Not to put too fine a point on it, Lord Mortimer, but I doubt the Holy See would be in favor of Catholic Louisiana being handed over to secular revolutionaries and king killers.
I should think Monsieur de Richet has an opinion on this subject, does he not?
Your Eminence, have no fear over that. I am sure France will do everything in its power to protect the Christians of Louisiana.
Я сегодня не играю в рояль.
With such a remark after the discussion we had on the evening of your arrival. If France was so respectful of worship, it would not be leading priests as it is doing at this very moment in time. Don't be naive. This is
Завтра посмотрим,
the
сегодня
Holy
нет.
See must be concerned at seeing such a large territory falling into the hands of the French. Mi auguro che insegnerete l'educazione a questo giovanotto presuntuoso, Sir Gregory.
In any case, my lord, I doubt the English crown will agree.
Ich versichere Ihnen, Emily, nie Preußen wird diese Vereinbarung akzeptieren.
Duchess, I am persuaded that we shall find a common ground.
That's enough, William. These are grave times. We don't care about the fate of Louisiana. That worthless expanse of putrid swamps interests no one but yourself.
Speak for yourself, my friend.
Hold on there, Mr. Royal Gigolo. Lower the volume, and let Sir Gregory finish.
Home, Godoy, and now Volner? Mortimer's adversaries are ready to tear each other to pieces, and he takes a malicious pleasure in watching it happen.
How dare you!
Gentlemen, let us try to remain calm.
There you are, William. See where your projects have taken us, as per usual. Chaos! That's enough. I'm tired.
Сергей Мигурин, какой рояль? Здесь намного интереснее.
Конечно.
That your project will never be ratified.
Здесь политические интриги.
Those who are opposed to this project, follow me. Are you coming with us, Monsieur de Richet?
Come, Gregory, I think Louis would rather stay. Wouldn't you, Louis?
Если мы останемся с Мортимером, мы можем узнать что-то и помочь нашей матушке. А мы с ним останемся.
As for me, I think I shall remain with Lord Mortimer, Sir Gregory.
You are committing a grave error, Louis.
Time will tell.
Посмотрим. И этот остался
My
здоровяк.
friends, I would like to thank you for staying.
Good God, William. What is this I hear about you reinforcing military power in Louisiana? I have no interest in having France for a neighbor, and you know that very well.
Calm down, George. Louis, explain our plan to Mr. Washington, please.
You see, Mr. President, Lord Mortimer anticipates that once France obtains Louisiana, they will cede it to you.
What do you mean? To us? The United States?
You heard right.
Не надо нам в пейсы.
President Washington, the United States will double in size.
By what miracle have you...
You need to expand, George. You and France are the two major democracies in the modern world. It is necessary that you both become superpowers.
Are you really gonna sponsor democracy throughout the world?
Of course, Monsieur Peru. That's why I don't want Spain to get too attached to those weapons. Please continue, Louis. Explain my vision to Mr. President.
Сейчас.
Mr. President, Lord Mortimer intends for you to conquer all the North American continent. He's relying on you to not stop at Louisiana, but to continue to push west.
Indeed, it would be dishonest to pretend that this is not my final objective.
But why didn't you tell me before?
Потому что не получилось бы так. Блин, так не хочется мед тратить.
So, home doesn't see it coming, but by the time it dawns on Senor Godoy, it'll be too late because he'll realize that he's just lost all the North American continent. We all know that you won't stop once the path is cleared before you.
What do you mean?
You see, Monsieur Peru, it's very likely that once Louisiana becomes American, President Washington will push out even more and take the West Coast.
William, you haven't changed. Always one step ahead.
One step ahead? You're joking. More like 5.
On that note, my friends, it's getting late. Mr. President, continue to take offense over my project when we resume the conference in the morning. Do it to a T. And if Sir Gregory has the audacity to send you an emissary to convince you to go against me, do me a favor. String him along if you can. The more they believe we are divided, the more we'll have our hands free.
Only too happy to oblige.
Now, let us get some rest. We've got a big day tomorrow. Good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
Louis, if you have a minute, I would like to ask a favor of you. I'm going to require your services.
How can it be of help? Tell me all about it.
Our adversaries are many, and the closing vote of the conference will soon be upon us. Time is of an essence, so I'll need you to assist me this evening.
How can I help?
I need you to go this very evening to persuade Senor Godoy to join us. He is the backbone of Gregory's resistance. Turn him round, and all the others will follow in such a stampede that Gregory will be able to do nothing but admit defeat.
Lord Mortimer, with all due respect, don't you think I'm the last person Godoy wants to talk to?
I'm sure you can do it.
Не знаю. А как у нас получится? Блин, не хочу я тратить, правда.
Lord Mortimer, you're not telling me everything.
Let's say I wouldn't disapprove if the Right Honourable, though nonetheless choleric, Duke Manuel put you in his bad books. If it could motivate him to declare war on France, it would greatly serve our interests.
War? What do you mean?
I told you before the conference. The more we distract Spain from the Americas, the less it will have an eye on Louisiana.
But all the same, we're talking about a war in Europe.
Don't worry. That's why Mr. Bonaparte is with us. I am convinced we'll be perfectly capable of managing the conflict. And Senor Godoy is not a great soldier. He will not commit Spain to a long war that he won't be capable of managing.
I'll go straight away.
Thank you, my boy. And get some rest afterwards. Big day tomorrow.
Aren't you afraid our projects for Italy may be discovered before we... Please excuse us.
Кто на деревьях?
But I need to speak with Lord Mortimer in private.
Хочешь на Бонапарта посмотреть?
What do you want, Louis?
А, видел, да? А, ну да, точно, как я могла забыть.
I'm going to have a word with Duke Manuel, but you know him better than I do, I believe.
Чё говоришь?
Yes.
Да, да,
Avoid
да.
any
Я
marks of
вспомнила.
respect and protocol pertaining to his rank. He's not fond of courtly manners.
Блин, я прослушала, что он мне сказал. Что лучше сказать? Еще раз.
Yes. Avoid any marks
А,
of
не нужно
respect and
раскланиваться или
protocol
безить.
pertaining to his rank.
Нужно
He's
прям
not
кулаком по
fond
столу
of courtly manners.
стукнуть.
Thank you for the advice, my lord.
Да, да, вот.
Руидель, привет. Собака нерв
Да,
подчеркивание,
именно
ты с
так.
подчеркивание на
How are we
L.
supposed to vote?
Стримишь
The
ночью,
conference
а
resumes
людей нет.
tomorrow morning.
Это Вилверс.
That leaves little
Про
time for
запускает
the
новую акцию.
little
С
favor
3
I
часов
spoke to you
ночи
about.
до 11
Indeed.
часов утра
I'll go straight
количество
away.
зрителей для всех тарифов умножается на 2. Таких
I shall be
плюшек
leaving
больше нет ни у кого. Даже не ищи. Только у нас гарантированы стабильные зрители, программа лояльности для постоянных клиентов. Минимальный тариф от 4 рубля. 2 бесплатных тарифа за регистрацию и за отзыв. Любой, а не только хороший. ПС на подходе услуга живой чат.
Which four-letter
Отключить
word
рекламу.
can open this chest?
Напиши нам.
Блин, я не знаю, какой там пароль может быть. Это надо только в гайдах, наверное, смотреть. Чё, к Гадою идем? Даже мою заначку не съели. Ну, вон есть бананы. Так, пойдем к Гадою. Сейчас будем переговоры очень важные вести. А, это мы все открыли. Окей. Ого. Ого.
Hey, Peru's name tag's fallen off, and his door's ajar.
Ну-ка, пойдем туда сходим. Что здесь произошло? Ого. Тут все раздестроили.
Dear Monsieur Peru, I'm writing to thank you for the...
All right, I've retrieved everything.
Records of the police. Notes intended for the police lieutenant of Paris.
It's a list of people under surveillance in Paris, and there's some well-known names on it.
This is valuable information. It shouldn't be lying around.
Библиофил. Но, однако же, что здесь произошло?
Nice decor for a revolutionary tribunal judge's room.
И нам почему-то никто не хочет ничего говорить. Отлично. Короче, он что-то здесь покрушил все. Кто-то. Но там никого нет. Вы не отвечаете критериям, необходимым для вступления в Золотой Орден.
My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues.
Это мы уже читали.
The Beaucaire dinner. It hasn't been signed yet, but there's a letter with it. So, Bonaparte is going to publish a book that he didn't write. That crafty little rascal. It isn't signed. That's some quality paper. And that handwriting, I'd say it's Mortimer's.
Забавно.
A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier. Duchess Emily Hillsborough. Duke Manuel Godoy.
Ah, Monsieur de Richet. You wouldn't have seen Duke Manuel by any chance, would you?
I was going to ask you the same question.
I wanted to speak to him, but no one will open the door. I'm not sure he's in there.
If I want to pass through, I'll have to get Volner out of the way.
I've searched all over the manor, but I can't find him.
One thing's for sure, Monsieur de Richet. He's neither in his room nor on this floor. I've just looked all over.
I propose we both look for him. The first to find him tells the Duke that the other is also looking for him. Agreed?
Perfect. Let's do that. I shall have a look in the library. If you find the Duke before me, tell him I want to speak to him.
Yes. Let's proceed as you say.
Thank you, Monsieur de Richet.
Right. Now be a good boy and go look somewhere else.
Пошел вон. Оп. Наконец нам дали комнату Годоя обыскать.
Don Quixote. Talking without thinking is like shooting without taking aim. I have to think about that one. Mary Louise of Parma. How ironic having a painting of the Queen of Spain in one's room, my Lord Duke. Hey, it looks like someone slipped something in the back here. It's a letter. Let's see what it says. It reeks of perfume, and it's written in Spanish. Godoy, you really are a little devil.
Он тут шашни мутит с королевами.
Great. Honey.
Don Quixote. Talking without Prometheus. punished for stealing fire from the gods and giving it to man.
Отлично, у меня столько ячеек, только все они не забиты. Ну, здесь, наверное, все.
Maria Louisa of Parma. Although not Godoy's true love, the Queen is his benefactress according to some people.
Надо на балкон зайти.
Mary Louise of Parma. How ironic having a painting of the Queen of Spain in one's room, my Lord Duke.
Сергей Мигурин, неужели здесь никого нет?
Не, ну в той комнате, видишь, они Годоя искали, его не было.
Torquemada. Quite the contrast. Wow. The fanatical priest who created
My dear Giuseppe, poor health forbids me from joining you. Please thank Sir Gregory for his invitation to Lord Mortimer's. I'm convinced you'll be able to strengthen our agreements. Please tell Sir Gregory.
А это комната как раз вот этого епископа.
Venus and Cupid with a satyr by Correggio. Innocence, indiscretion, and lechery. Giuseppe must love that. Love Triumphant by Caravaggio. Now there's someone for whom the sex of angels is no mystery. The Lying Girl by Boucher. Here's a painting of mischievous eroticism. I wonder what Piaggi must think of this. The Rape of the Daughters of Leucippus by Rubens. Surprising choice for his eminence
Да,
Piaggi.
очень странные картины висят у епископа.
Amber crystals.
The Lying Girl by Boucher. Here's a painting of mischievous eroticism. I wonder what Piaggi must think of this. John the Baptist. Youth with a Ram by Caravaggio. A very sensual vision and very far from the usual representations of St. John. Venus and Cupid with a satyr by Correggio. Innocence, indiscretion, and lechery. Giuseppe must love that.
Да, забавно, конечно. Ну, здесь больше делать нечего.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi. President George Washington.
My dear George, I'd like to invite you to join me as planned at my place.
Locked.
Так, секунду. Может, ключ найдем?
A map of Vermont.
Если вот так.
Константин 555, привет.
Привет.
Константин 555, как дела? Константин 555, я поставил лайк.
Спасибо.
And judging by the quantity, you can't go without it.
Наркоман.
There's also a letter.
Прекратите принимать настойку опия. Я уже ищу замену, но боюсь, ждать не будете. Если продолжите злоупотреблять опием, рискуете не получить новый
Сергей
мандат.
Мигурин, да, силой надо было.
На вдруг бы он спалил потом, что его кто-то ломал. Да, неплохо так.
Константин 555, спокойной ночи.
И тебе спокойной. Да. Нет, это забавно, конечно, то, что у него там целый чемодан опии этого.
President George Washington.
Ну что же, идем дальше. Кто у нас там остался? А, это та комната. О, здесь порядок навели, смотрите.
June 11th. August 24th. 30th November. My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of...
Сергей Мигурин, его.
President George Washington.
Нет, это мы обратно идем.
Сергей Мигурин демонов, что ли, вызывал?
Так это комната вот этой девушки, которую, помнишь, тогда здоровяк избивал. Ее же убили. Вот. И мы там еще расследование проводили такое небольшое. А сейчас там, ну, ее уже не стало и прибрались. Поэтому там все нормально. Поищем его здесь.
there's the alchemical symbol of the earth on the lid.
А там сад этот.
A meeting between Louis XIV and Philippe V. I wonder why Mortimer's particularly fond of this painting. Pages out of an old encyclopedia.
Actress, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
Have you seen Duke Manuel?
The Duke is in the dining room, sir.
Так, ну пойдем в столовую тогда. Она здесь.
I would like to come in.
I am sorry, sir, but that is not possible for the moment.
Can you tell me where I can find Duke Manuel, please?
Alas, I do not know, sir. I can only assure you he is not in the small salon.
Why do you ask?
Sir Gregory's orders, sir.
Very well. Thank you.
Good evening, sir.
Так, ну это красный холл. А, вот.
Duke Manuel?
Well, well. Monsieur de Richet, I was not expecting.
Сейчас рэп-баттл будет.
I am not in the mood, sir, I warn you. What do you want from me, sir?
Так, ему сказали, нам сказали, лебезить не нужно.
This conference can't have been easy for you. Is it always like this?
Ha! That is the least we can say. Yet I was warned. I knew what to expect from Mortimer, but I refused to be a laughingstock. If it is war the French want, that is what they will get.
Wait, we don't have to do this.
Perhaps. But everything is pushing us to do so. Just tell me one thing, monsieur. Why did you side with Mortimer? He is alone, isolated. The United States can do nothing to help you, and France is surrounded by over 10 countries just waiting for the word to pounce. Really, I do not see why you choose Mortimer.
The Golden Order, my friend. The Order is everywhere. We come from France. We are President of the United States, England, and many other countries. We have ambitions and the means to carry them out. You'll see, once all hell breaks out and your English support starts to fade away. The Order is an international organization. It matters little what governments do. Otherwise, why would Mortimer have gone to the trouble of inviting my mother?
If you're right, Sir Gregory has got it all wrong. Tell me, do you really believe Spain has any interest in ceding Louisiana to France?
Duke Manuel, for Spain, I don't know. But for you, I'm convinced that Lord Mortimer will thank you generously.
You would not be trying to bribe me, would you?
Nothing could be further from my mind. It would be an insult to believe that someone such as yourself might have a practical attitude towards its virtue. Even so, it is only natural that you be supported and encouraged if you were to follow Lord Mortimer, isn't it?
Indeed, for services rendered, it would be natural for me to receive compensation for the time spent achieving such an undertaking, yes?
Naturally. And, given your status, my Lord Duke, the compensation would have to be considerable.
Naturally. Tell me one last thing. What would I gain from all this?
If you continue with home, our two countries will become rivals. It could turn into war. Who knows?
It is likely even.
A war, Duke Manuel. On our own territories. Do you really see yourself committing the Kingdom of Spain to an armed conflict against France? Can you imagine the financial investment required, not to mention the loss of lives and dishonor at the slightest defeat? Do you see yourself being the man responsible for that?
No, but you are the one who's pushing me into it, you damned Frenchman!
I'm not pushing you into anything, Duke Manuel. If you are a man of the future and of progress, as I'm given to believe, you will know how much suffering a war would bring. Come on, you fool, give it up. You're trapped like a rat.
Monsieur, I am astounded. I did not think you capable, but you have succeeded. I will be more wary of you the next time. Nonetheless, if you can guarantee Lord Mortimer's support, then yes, you can count on my vote when the time comes. However, I expect you to be discreet with regard to my former partners, without which our agreement will become null and void.
Of course, my Lord Duke. You can count on me. Lord Mortimer will be delighted to hear the news.
I hope you know what you are getting into, Louis. I bid you good luck.
Good night, my Lord Duke. See you tomorrow.
Well, that's one thing out of the way.
The only thing left to do is wait for the conference to resume tomorrow morning.
Неплохо. Эти что там стоят?
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Good evening, Monsieur le Français.
Duchess, you're here. What a charming surprise. I'm beginning to
Кто
think you
остался
can't
на
live without me.
стриме,
You have
может быть,
managed to
будет
penetrate
секас.
my armor, sir. Am
Его
I
будет весело,
disturbing you, perhaps?
если они опять...
That's not what I said.
Ah, by the way, you surprised me during the conference.
Why's that?
Well, you are going to lose. Why stay with Lord Mortimer?
I believe he has every chance of winning.
My, you are a rash one. However, if ever you want to change sides, please feel free to let me know.
But tell me, you didn't come here to try and make me change my mind, did you?
That's the last thing on my mind. Although you would have everything to gain by it.
Политику
There's no
мы
point
не
trying to
понимаем,
persuade me.
поэтому...
Don't hold it against me.
Of course not, silly. Louis, if you trust me, you ought to ask yourself why I have chosen home. You do trust me, don't you?
Of course, Emily. You know you have my full trust.
Louis, you're lying. That's not
не
good.
прокатило.
Any more of that and I might get upset. Admit, though, that it does make you think. There's still time, you know. Join us before it's too late.
Unfortunately, my word is my bond. I don't want to leave Lord Mortimer in the lurch.
Very well, as you wish. It's up to you to decide.
Tell me, are these visits to Mortimer's always so intense?
Yes and no. My sister doesn't normally disappear like she has. Any news of your mother?
Still nothing. And you? Any news of your sister?
No, but knowing her, I'm persuaded she's on someone's trail. You'll see. She'll surprise us all.
If only you knew, Emily. You're right. We must remain positive. I'm sure it won't be long before she turns up.
My thoughts too. She is Duchess Hillsborough after all.
And as such, she is capable of anything.
I am sure that you'll appreciate her. You'll see.
No doubt about that.
And it might turn out that you prefer her to me. Who knows?
Rest assured, I don't think it's going to happen. I'm sure she's very nice, but there is only one Emily Hillsborough.
We shall see. Can we change subject, please? I didn't come here to go through all that again.
Of course, it's late. You're right.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Come, Louis.
Ну вот. Неважно, какую сторону примешь, все равно секас будет. Нет, тут просто он встает и его опять... У него опять глюки.
My friends, do not worry. I assure you that Lord Mortimer's plan will never see the light of day. I shall deal with informing our allies, but for the time being, I need you to make a stand.
What do you think about Monsieur de Richet?
I don't know yet. I feel there's great potential in him. He looks like he can be trusted. And Duchess Hillsborough, why isn't she here? She's busy. Don't worry about her.
Потому что она
Isn't
там...
it time to replace her?
Not so fast, sir. She is an important figure. You ought to have a little more faith in her. What are we going to do about Washington? He will be a hard nut to crack. On our chessboard, he is Mortimer's king. Don't worry. Mr. President only wants one thing. To keep his dear America united. He won't jeopardize everything he has achieved on a whim. He has been serving Mortimer for quite some time. It won't be easy to bring him around. Do you feel all right, Mr. Godoy? You haven't said a word.
Please excuse me, gentlemen. I feel tired.
Oh, I see. I think it is high time you left us then. Now!
Ты киношку, что ли, там смотришь какую? А, Жень?
Emily?
А что за киношка? Я тоже хочу.
Emily? Are you there? Typical. There she goes again. What's with this habit of hers of taking off in the middle of the night?
Опять тетка ушла.
Sir, the conference is about to begin. You are expected in the conference room.
Tell them I'm coming. Thank you. Come on, Louis. The game is back on.
А чё у меня не резнулось не резнулись показатели? А, эпизод же еще не прошел.
My friends, the conference is about to begin. Please excuse me if I troubled you last night with my project. I understand that you might well have a few questions to ask. As you know, the final vote will be cast in a few days. This morning's aim is to answer your questions and check the temperature of your respective positions so that we may reach a greater understanding.
As always, Lord Mortimer.
We parted in perfect disagreement, my lord. Where would you like us to take it from?
Come, sir. Please let William believe he still has a chance of winning us over. Otherwise, his imprecations will lack panache, and we shall be bored stiff.
Oh, let me reassure you, I am convinced that a good night's sleep has brought sound advice, and that this morning will be even more interesting. Therefore, I would like to go around the table in order to hear everyone's first impressions.
Well, I am still firmly against it, even though my choice won't count.
Against.
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 And you, Luke Manuel?
Well, you see, it is more complicated than it.
Come, Gregory. Don't try to impress my guests, please.
They are not your guests.
Gregory, anyone under my roof is by definition my guest. You included. I would be very grateful if you would let my guests speak. Duke Manuel, you were saying you still had some doubts?
Well, you see, the situation has changed since last night.
What's going on here, my Lord Duke?
You see, I gave it some thought during the night. New arguments have come to light.
What do you mean, Duke Manuel?
Sir Gregory, I regret to inform you that Spain will not support you in this operation. I vote for. Moreover, in response to arguments brought to my attention, I declare war on France.
What? What is he doing?
If you think France is afraid of you, you are dreaming.
Over 10 nations rise against you, young man, and you behave like a yapping little dog?
When the French armies are at your door, my Lord Duke, you will change your tune. Well, as for me, I am for Lord Mortimer's project, despite Duchess Hillsborough's overwhelmingly convincing nocturnal attentions.
What? So Emily was playing at trying to win over guests last night?
It was nothing more than a friendly little chat, of course.
How could it be otherwise? And by the way, remember me to your husband when you see him. And you, President Washington, what is your position?
For, of course.
Well, that leaves just yourself and Monsieur Peru, Louis.
You're all making me sick. Look at yourselves.
What?
You are pathetic!
Have you been drinking or what?
There you are, quibbling away. My Lord do this, and Madame Duchess that. You know very well that we're nothing but puppets on a damn string.
Jacques, Camille.
Let's end the charade. It's over.
Jacques.
My lord, thank you for everything you've done for me over the years. But it didn't come for free. And now I see the price is too high to pay. I'll stop.
Come, Jacques, we'll talk it over.
No, I'm finished. I want my freedom back, my lord. I shall no longer work for you.
Wait!
Derichet, you just can't help it, can you? Stop trying to play the hero,
О,
man.
господи. У меня получится или нет? Сейчас слабости посмотрим.
Monsieur, I know I don't really know you, but you seem like a decent person.
I have done so many horrible things.
You blame yourself, I can see that. Everything's not lost.
I don't want to do bad things anymore.
You can take control of yourself again. You can fix whatever it is you've done.
Do you really believe that?
Of course, Jack. You'll have all the time you need.
Вашей дочери ничто не было.
Look, you've done as much as you can. You have nothing to fear. Your daughter is safe.
Shut up!
Oh. Ah! Да пошел ты нахрен! Вот что я хочу сказать. О, окей.
I don't understand. I spoke to him only recently.
Monsieur Peru has lost his mind. It's obvious.
Yet another way for the French to make a spectacle of themselves. Well, once again, it has worked.
My friends, let us settle down, please. We are all in shock, of course. Let us praise Louis's gesture anyway. You did what you could.
Yes, it was very noble of you, Louis.
It wasn't your fault.
There was nothing else you could have done.
I think everyone needs a little rest. Can you stay a moment?
Of course.
Так, мы будем читать. Давайте так.
Louis, I wanted to talk to you a moment about what has happened. All this is tragic, but I wanted to thank you for doing what you could.
I wasn't able to save him.
You couldn't, Louis. You mustn't blame yourself. It is not your fault.
I know this has nothing to do with me, my lord, but don't you think you're partly to blame? It won't escape your attention that he incriminated you before he took his own life.
I heard what he said, yeah. Monsieur Peru appeared to blame me for his condition. I certainly encouraged him to succeed, but I wasn't aware he couldn't handle the pressures of the situation. Of course, his duties in Paris were very difficult. The choices he had to make were burdensome. But that was the path he had chosen. Should I not have helped him to succeed, perhaps? You heard him yourself. His duties as judge got the better of him.
Did you push him into it?
I wouldn't say push, but I did encourage him, yes. I thought it was my duty to help him as much as I could, to become the court judge he dreamed of being. I thought he was capable of it. It appears I was mistaken, unfortunately. What a pity he didn't come and speak to me. What a waste.
What are your plans now?
What do you mean?
For the conference. After the disappearances of both Elizabeth Adams and my mother, and now the death of Mr. Perlu, I should imagine that your guests are all packing their bags.
This might come as a bit of a shock to you, perhaps because it was so difficult to bring all these figures together. But I'm convinced that none of them is preparing to leave.
Are you serious?
They are all very experienced politicians, and though they are, of course, affected by the situation, they know full well that such an opportunity will not come again for a long, long time, if ever. They each represent their nation, and know full well that what is at stake here is far greater than the death of poor Monsieur Peru. You'll see. I am confident that they will all be ready to resume the conference.
If you say so. Allow me to take my leave, please.
Of course. You ought to get some rest.
Так, ну что же.
One more thing, please. I wanted to thank you for your support during the conference. You've made the right choice, and it gives me tremendous satisfaction to have you with me on this project.
What is at stake is worth it, my lord. Now, I won't hide from you the fact that I have no idea by what miracle we could ever get a unanimous vote.
Trust me, Louis. We still have a few more cards to play. You'll see. Anything can happen in politics.
I'll see you later, my lord.
Ну, что же, окей. Я думаю, на этом мы сегодня закончим. Блин, не получилось у меня спасти его, ну, ладно. И такое бывает. Ладно, ребят, давайте. Всем тогда до завтра. Пойду я потихоньку. Давайте, всем пока.